Well, hi guys, it's that time. It's our Monday Miracle Story. And yes, I know I'm getting on a little bit later than normal. I've had a really unusually busy, odd day. But anyway, I do want to get on and do our Monday Miracle Story. And this story actually connects to one that I've already told. Look, when I go off on missions to do stuff, I end up I don't just go and pray for one person. I end up ministering to a lot of different people. If I go to a hospital, I don't pray for just one person. I go and I pray for the receptionist, I pray for the nurses, I pray for other patients, strangers walking down the hallways. Guys, I'm just full on, okay? So, okay, I want to tell you about and I have told this story before. There was a 16-year-old young man who was a football player. And he had this football-sized mass in his chest that the doctors at LeBonh had determined was cancer. And they didn't really have a lot of hope for him. And I did not know the woman. My friend that was with me knew someone that knew them and asked if I would go. And of course, I'm just like Jesus. You know, in the Bible it says, if you're willing. And in the Greek, it's really clear what Jesus' answer is. Of course I'm willing. That's who I am. I'm always willing, my character and my nature. And I'm just like Jesus. I'm just like my Lord. And it's always, it's my character and nature to pray for people. I am always willing. Okay, so we go. And we do the deal with the young boy. And I told the story. And yes, it was not a miracle all of a sudden, just bam. But within 30 days, that football-sized mass in his chest had gone down and he was healed. But as we're there, we went across the street from LeBonh Hospital in downtown Memphis to the Med. It is a trauma center for some very serious, like car wrecks and things like that, gunshot wounds, anything really, really major. So we went over there to pray. I think there was somebody there that I wanted to go see again and lay hands on them. But I don't recall why we went. But we had someone to see there that day. But as we went, you know, of course, we're praying for people as we go, right? And then we stopped to cross the street, and there's a security guard standing there. And, of course, my friend, I guess I can call her by her name. Her name's Leanne. Anyway, so Leanne's like, well, I got to ask him. He's limping. So we stopped the security guard, and we prayed over him, and his leg got better right there in front of us. We went on and did our deal over at the Med and prayed for a few people there. And as we were leaving to come back across the street to get into our car, which was parked at LeBonh, I just had this urge to walk over where this couple was standing by their car. It was a couple and a younger child standing out there, and their trunk was open. And I told my friend, I said, I want to go over there and talk to them. So we go and we find out. And oh my goodness, this couple had been off of work for a long time trying to bring their child back and forth for treatments and seeing doctors and all of this. And they're at the back of the car basically having a picnic of what little bit of food they could afford to have, drinking water. This is not a big spread of anything. These people were in desperate need of money, obviously. But we just talked to them, and they were really amazed because you could tell they're not churched people, and we just ministered to them and prayed for them, and they were in shock that actual believers would stop out of their busy day just to come out of the blue over to where they are in a parking lot and just walk up and start talking to them and pray with them. But as we were speaking to them, I noticed sitting inside the trunk of a car is a little girl who is a whole lot smaller than she's supposed to be because she was born with this defect, and it's partially autism and a lot of other medical issues. And this beautiful, beautiful little girl is sitting in the trunk of the car because she's disabled. And I asked the mom, I said, would it be okay if I laid hands on your daughter to heal her? Can I? And the mom was so nice, and she said, but I got to be honest with you, part of her, she's scared of people, and she don't like, part of her condition is she don't want people to touch her. And I said, well, I promise I won't scare her, and if she don't want me to hold her hand, that'll be fine. I'll just pray for her instead. But I squatted down, so I could make eye level with her, and I held my hand out. I was talking to her about how beautiful she was and that how much I really wanted to hold her hand and pray for her. And this beautiful little girl is just having this conversation with me and puts them hands out in front and wants me to hold her and touch her. And her mom and dad are on the right-hand side of me with their eyes about this big because they have never seen their daughter receive another person this way. Because if she could have, she'd have got up out of that trunk and crawled up in my arms. That is how she took to me. So I've got her by her precious little hands, and I'm just speaking life and health and wholeness over her and just pouring Holy Spirit into this baby. And she's probably about 5 years old, by the way, but she's so small. She's about the size of a 2 or 3 year old. And so then we get through, and I gave the mom and dad some little booklets. It's called, and I've done a series on both of them, The Power of Faith-Filled, no it's not, it's The Creative Power of Words. It's a white booklet by Charles Capps. And the other one is Words by Kenneth Hagin. And I give those out to people for free because they need to know how powerful their words are and not to talk about sickness and illness and keep that talking. We have to talk words of faith and words of healing so we can manifest and see what we speak. Jesus said, what we say we will have, okay? So if we're saying what everybody else is saying and it's death, then that's what we're going to get. If we're speaking sickness and death, guys, that's what we're getting, okay? So we've got to speak life and health and healing and we got to use our words to our advantage, not use our words loosely that will work against us, okay? But anyway, as we got ready, we gave them this information, we prayed for the mom and dad, and these guys were blown away that my friend and I would actually just get out of our comfort zone and come over there and love them, shower them with love. So we're getting ready to leave, and Leanne looks at me and she says, Faye, you just got to pull over. I've got to give them the money. And I'm like, okay. This girl, who I love, by the way, takes all she's got in her wallet, and I don't even know how much it is, but she took all her cash out, and I said, well, wait a minute, God's told me the same thing, and I need to give them what money I have. Unfortunately, I only had like two $20 bills. But she goes to try to bless them with the money, and this horribly, horribly hard-pressed couple who have no money, that's why they're eating basically bread and water at their car. They've been off of work. When she tried to give them the money, they did not want to take it because they did not want people to feel sorry for them like that. And my friend Leanne said, now look, you have to take this money. The Lord has told us to bless you with this money, and we have to give you the money or y'all are going to steal our blessing. Well, anyway, they took the money, guys, and they were blessed that day. And the baby girl had hands laid on her and all of the good things. After that, she and I got in the car. My friend Leanne and I got in the car and headed to Memphis. And that's the same day that the man at Firebird's Steakhouse got healed of his knee issue that he had had for 4 years and had surgery on it. And I did that in another little testimony as well. So listen, I'm going to hop off here today, and tomorrow I'll see you back here, and I'm going to do a little bit more on my series that I'm on. I love you, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.